My name is Viviana Young, aka Alexander Hamilton, and welcome to your class for the next year. Now, instead of building a national bank, I'm going to build your confidence when taking this class. There are multiple steps you can take to succeed.
Lock in and stay on top of your work. Not procrastinate. Do not. Pay attention and remember your lessons.
The tip I used to be successful was always study. Because when you don't pay attention in class and you end up failing a test and you blame a teacher, whose fault is it really?
My tip for AP Gov would be the biggest way to remember marble cake federalism is Mr. Gava's hairline. So, we have state government and we have federal government. And in the middle is where they mix and they have concurrent powers.
Make sure you do your notes, do your flashcards, always study for your test. You gotta make sure you're here on time every day. Don't be absent. Did we say that already? Just make sure you're here. It's good to be there. It's really good at times.
Can you tell she's the filibuster? You haven't unlocked that word yet, but you will later.
Don't be scared to take this class. I cried the first day I came here, but I'm better now. Trust me, I'm fine. I'm fine. Anyways, we do a lot of fun stuff in this class. Let's ask some real students in this class, not paid actors, what their favorite memory was this year.
One of my favorite memories has got to be whenever we all made a song to one of the Federalist Papers, like Lin-Manuel Miranda Who.
The issue on the table, Secretary Hamilton's argument for a single executive power to establish an efficient government. Secretary Jefferson, you have the floor, sir.
Hey, I'm Rylan, and I'm your American flag. The first day of school is where my memory took place, right in this AP government classroom, when Mr. Galbraith thought we were neighbors, and he kept insisting that we were neighbors. And he kept insisting and insisting, and I kept saying, no, we're not neighbors.
I had over 28 absences this year. My favorite memory was not being in this class.
My favorite memory was Tricky Dick at Israel's biggest cannon.
We baked cakes to show the difference between concurrent powers and reserve powers.
Personally, I enjoyed tie-dye. Yes, we do tie-dye. It's the only thing that kept me from quitting. While this class is fun, you will be getting a hefty amount of work that you will need to be getting done.
Do your flashcards and do not procrastinate. Yes, do your flashcards. It pays off. Do your flashcards, 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 do your flashcards.
You will.
Definitely do your flashcards. Lane, why don't you tell us why we should do the over 100 flashcards?
Flashcards are a great way to help work on everything for your quizzes and tests that you have weekly, and they're an easy way to study at the end of the year for your AP Gov test, because if you make them throughout the year, then you'll have them all at the end.
We have weekly quizzes and tests about every 2 weeks. But don't worry, I've got some tips that can help.
Hey y'all, when you're taking your AP Gov tests or quizzes or anything like that, make sure you know the required documents for that unit. Use AI to get little summaries too. Best thing ever.
Tip for AP Gov is to make sure you know your required documents, because you're gonna need those.
Find a good way to study, because if you learn how to study right, then you're good for the whole year plus the AP test. The chapter reviews are long, boring, and they're just dreadful. But do them, please. You need to know the concepts. Please do them, please.
If you're writing a bunch of stuff that you don't need, then it's not gonna help you. So just write down the key points and you'll be fine.
All right. You should actually read your book in this class, and you should actually study for the test, because they're actually pretty hard.
Look up quizzes and it will be the exact same questions.
All right, another tip, maybe actually do the review, guys, and don't just, get your answers from all the smarter kids.
For your AP Gov year, my tip is to not worry about anything. Don't study. It's kind of easy, especially the AP
Don't
test.
listen to him.
Most of you are going to get to the questions on the test, and they're going to be very wordy with really long passages and everything. And every single one of you is not going to listen to this very key and crucial piece of tactics that you need to get to be able to pass this. You need to read the just to be successful.
Not too bad, right? Let's not forget about FRQ practice. I hated it.
We hated it!
We all hated it, but it'll definitely help in the long run when it comes to the AP testing.
FRQ Fridays.
Yeah! Woo!
The first FRQ will be a concept FRQ. It'll be a paragraph. You have to figure out basically what the paragraph is talking about. It'll be a certain word we talked about in AP Gov. And then you have to explain how it pertains to the paragraph and just further describe what that means.
Alright, so the second FRQ is the easiest FRQ. You're going to get a graph and you'll just have to identify a few things.
In the third FRQ, you're going to state what clause is common in both court cases. You're going to explain one of the SCOTUS court cases you've learned during the year and a new one that they give you. Then they'll give you a new question for you to answer, and just answer it to the best of your abilities.
FRQ number 4, argumentative FRQ. This is going to be the most difficult one for you to understand and grab the concept of, but we will get to the point. It has 4 points to this FRQ. That's why it's so long. You'll have 40 minutes to answer this FRQ. First part is just making like a thesis. You're going to have the because statement in there, you're going to make a stance, you're going to defend that stance. The second part is you're going to have to use evidence. All these things you study throughout the year, the foundational documents, the court cases, you'll be given 3 of those, and you're going to have to pick a piece of evidence and state the facts as to why that evidence supports your thesis. After that evidence, you'll have the reasoning. The reasoning why this is now the how or why this evidence supports your thesis. That is part 2. The part 4 is now your counter argument 2 there. This is where you have to be so smart with everything we talk about that you know the other side better than your own side. So you're going to state why the people are going to argue against you, and then you're going to use your thesis to counteract that argument. If you can do all 4 of those steps, you're on your way to a 5 for that thesis. Woohoo!
Definitely good to be prepared for what College Board could throw at you, because those make up 50% of the reason you're taking this class.
I hope you have a spare Franklin.
Notice our board of incidents! Ranging from saying natural selection instead of natural rights, learn the difference, to Captain Galbraith and the Terrible Twinkies. We love it here. Right, guys?
Yeah!
We love it here.
We're definitely not being held hostage.
We love it here.
Featuring Mr. G's Chicken.
Now there's a lot of stuff you might still be wondering. And while we can't explain it all, we can tell you some things we wish we knew before we took the class. As the president of the AP Gov classroom, before I came in, I wish I knew that you could have more fun with this class instead of taking everything so seriously. I mean, look at me, look at me. You just make sure you have fun and you don't stress out too much about tests. Life goes on. If you don't get a 5, you don't get a 5. You should get a 3 though. Get a 3. But life goes on. Have fun, enjoy the class, get into it, make friends with Mr. Galbraith. He's not as scary as he looks. Trust me, I know. He literally lets us do this. But enjoy the class. Don't just be scared. Make friends, grow bonds, and really have a good time with these people.
As the vice president of AP Gov class and someone with probably the most absences in his class, come to school. Just come to school.
You know, so like when I walked in and it's like bald white guy, I was like, oh, I'm good. This isn't good. He's not gonna be my friend. We're not being cool. This class is gonna be rough. And then you start off the year, I don't take late work, I don't do this, I turned in something 3 weeks late yesterday. I'm just saying, he portrays himself as a big bad guy. He made us goodie bags for the test. You know, he's a real wuss.
That's really all that's to it. Well, this will be most of y'all's first ever AP class. Don't let it scare you too much. It's not that bad.
You'll cry, but you'll have fun.
All in all, AP Gov was light work.
You might want to
Bridge over water, I'm jumping off.
But it really wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad.
They kind of over-exaggerate the exam, guys.
In conclusion, AP Gov, it's not that hard.
Even though it's scary, it's actually a really fun class, and I'm really glad that I took it this year.
You might find yourself taking your knee scooter like in the walls on purpose, but I promise you AP Gov is fun.
The class wasn't that bad.
As I said before, class is kind of light work. You should do it. I mean, it's just a free plus 5 points on every 9-week grade.
But all in all, it wasn't so bad.
Just study and prepare for your AP exam in May and you'll do just fine. It goes a lot faster than you think. And remember, kids, keep it simple, stupid.